Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Commerce with Namita. I am Namita Mani. In today's session, let us try to understand what is capacity to parties in Indian Contract Act. So let's start. First, we'll try to understand what does capacity of parties means. One of the most important essential element of a valid contract is competence of parties to make a contract. It means that the parties who are entering into a contract, are they eligible, are they qualified, are they at a right age to enter into a contract. So it means that capacity means the legal competence of parties to enter into a contract. Okay, so the capacity of parties in short refers to each party. Party means the individuals or people or group of people or person who is entering into a contract. Are they eligible? Are they sound mind? Are they qualified to enter into a contract? It is all, that is all capacity to parties. So according to the section 11 of Indian Contract Act, capacity to parties or capacity of parties means that every person is competent to contract who is of the age of maturity according to the law to which he is subject, and he is of sound mind and is not disqualified from contracting by any law to which he is subject to. Okay, now we'll try to understand this definition by taking three main points from this definition. First is age of maturity, second is sound of mind, and third is not disqualified. Means a person who is entering into a contract, his age should be above 18, then he should be in a sound mind. Sound mind means he should be a person who can make a rational judgment and who can understand the situation. And not disqualified means he should not be disqualified by any law. Like he should be a qualified person. Disqualified means if a person is insolvent, if he is having any criminal record, these people cannot enter into a contract. So that particular person, whoever is entering into a contract, he should be at a right age, he should be above 18, he should be a sound mind, and he should be a qualified person. Okay, qualified person means he should not have an insolvent person, he should not be having any criminal record. Okay, so we'll try to understand this definition by taking three important points from the definition. So the three main point in definition are the age of maturity. According to the Indian Majority Act, okay, according to Indian Majority Act 1875, the age of majority in India is defined as 18 years. Okay, so if the person who is below 18 is called as minor. If the person who is above 18, that person is the majority person, means he has crossed the age of majority. So for the purpose, okay, so according to this Indian Majority Act 1875, the person the age of majority in India is defined as 18 years. So for the purpose of entering into a contract, a person must be above 18 years. Okay, and if suppose if a person is less than 18, he cannot enter into a contract, and plus that person is called as minor. Okay, second point is that out of that definition, the person of sound mind. Now sound mind means a person who can make a rational judgment and and he can think before and after entering into a contract. Now for the purpose of entering into a contract, a person is said to be a sound mind if he is capable of understanding the contract. If a person who wants to enter into a contract, that particular person will be called as sound mind only if he has capacity to think rational, or if he has capacity of understanding the contract and being able to assess its efforts upon his interest. His interest is also important while entering into a contract. Next is not disqualified person. Now what does not disqualified person? First, see, a disqualified person is a person who do not have the capacity, okay, to contract by law. Now the reason for disqualification can include political status, legal status, or if he is having any criminal records. So that person is a disqualified person. And the person who does not have any criminal records, he has a clean and chit image, so that person can enter into a contract. Now therefore, now taking into the three important points from the definition, now it is clear that any person is incapable of entering into a contract if he is a minor, unsound, and disqualified by law from contracting. Means a person who is a minor, then who is unsound, then who is disqualified by law, this person or these parties cannot enter into a contract. They are not capacity of parties to a contract. Who can be a capacity of parties to a contract? Only if person who has crossed the age of above 18, then a person who is sound mind, and the person who is not disqualified, means who is qualified to enter into a contract. These people or this group of people can enter into a contract, and they can call as a capacity of parties. And who cannot be a capacity of parties? A minor, unsound mind person, and disqualified by a disqualified person by law. Okay, now we'll see one by one the people, the person or the parties who are not under capacity of parties. Now first is minor. Okay, a minor is a person who is not yet a major. Okay, that means a person who has not completed 18 years of age. A person who has not completed 18 years of age, that person is called as minor. Okay, so he cannot enter into a contract, and he cannot be a capacity of party to the Indian Contract Act. Next is persons of unsound mind. Persons of unsound mind. Now definition of sound mind under section 12 means a person is said to be a sound mind. A person is said to be a sound mind for the purpose of making a contract if at the time of contract he is capable of understanding it and of forming a rational judgment as to its effect upon his interest. Okay, a person, according to this section 12, the sound mind person is a person at a time of making a contract. Okay, if that person is capable of understanding the contract, okay, and he can able to form a rational judgment, then that person is called as sound mind. Okay, now the following person are considered as unsound mind. Now sound mind, you understood that a person who is capable of understanding the situation and can form the rational thinking and rational judgment upon the contract situation. Now who are called as unsound person? Now who are called as unsound person? First is idiot. Okay, an idiot is a person who has completely lost his mental ability of thinking. Okay, an idiot is a person who has lost his mental thinking, a mental ability of thinking completely. Means the idiot can be from birth or by due to some accident. If he has lost his memory, then that person can be called as idiot. Okay, that person can be a unsound person. Second is lunatic. Okay, second is lunatic. Now who is lunatic? a person who behaves in a silly or dangerous way. Okay, a lunatic is a person who behaves in a silly or dangerous way, and he behaves suddenly. Okay, a person suddenly acts or attacks violently, means at a few for example, a person is normal. Okay, he is able to understand the things, he is a sound person, and after few hours he suddenly behaves in a silly way or in a dangerous way, so that person is called as lunatic person. So this type of people are not allowed to make contracts during the interval of insanity. Insanity means when they are not in the situation to understand, when they are in a violent situation, or when they are behaving silly, that time they cannot enter into a contract. And remaining time means rest of the time, when they are normal, when they are in the capacity to understand the thing, and when they are talking normally and behaving normally, at that time they are allowed to enter into a contract. Okay, now next is drunk or intoxicated person. A drunk or intoxicated person is one who is so drunk. Okay, a drunk person who drinks, okay, alcohol, that person is not only incapable of understanding the terms of agreement, but also unable to make any rational judgment of the contract. Okay, while entering into a contract, a drunk person means a person who drinks alcohol. So when he is drinking alcohol, he is not a normal person, means he is not in a normal situation, he is under the influence of alcohol. So that type of person, or that when he is influencing the alcohol, he is not able to understand the situation. Okay, and he cannot make any judgment about the contract. So that particular person, when the person is drunk, okay, alcohol, so that person is called as unsound mind, because they are not in a situation to understand the contract. And if the person is not drinking alcohol, or is not under the influence of alcohol, at that time they can enter into a contract. Only if the person is in the situation, or is in the condition of alcohol, is if he is in the influence of alcohol, at that time he cannot enter into a contract. If he is normal, then he can enter into a contract. Okay, so drunk or intoxicated person is a unsound person or unsound mind. Next is the person who can be called as unsound mind. That next is mental delay. Okay, now this mental decay can occur due to the old age or sickness. Okay, due to the old age of a person, or sickness means if he is ill for many years, which can affect his rational thinking power. So that particular person is also an unsound person. Next is hypotism. Okay, hypotism. So hypotism means it also produces temporary incapacity till the person is under the impact of artificially in sleep. Okay, if a person is in a influence of sleep, so that in that situation, or in that time period, that person is an unsound mind. Okay, if that person hypotism means that a person is not having a proper sleep, if he is staying awake till late night, and he's not completing his sleep properly, so that time the person can be called as unsound mind, because he is not in the capacity to think properly due to his less sleep. Next we move to the persons disqualified by law. Okay, so first is alien enemies. Okay, now what is alien enemies? The alien enemies are a disqualified person by law. Now alien enemies means an alien person is a citizen of a foreign country. Now if a person who is staying in abroad, means from outside India, So that particular person is called as alien person. Now how this person called as alien person? Now suppose a Indian person who wants to enter into a contract with a person who stays in foreign country. Okay, and when they are entering into a contract, at that time there is a war declared between between the country, the person who stays in India, and the person who wants to make the contract, the Indian person who wants to make the contract with the person who stays in foreign country. Okay, so that particular country, and India, if there is a war between these two countries, so that person is called as alien enemy. Okay, so alien enemy cannot enter into any contract with an Indian citizen. Okay, alien enemy means an alien person is an citizen of a foreign country, and if suppose, for example, if a Indian citizen wants to enter into a contract with a person who stays in China, okay, and between China and India, if there is a war declared, okay, so what happens, the person who is in the China, that person becomes an alien enemy. So that alien enemy cannot enter into the contract with the Indian citizen. Okay, and suppose if the contract which they had entered before the declaration of war, okay, before declaration of the war, if Indian citizen and the China citizen had entered into a contract before the declaration of the war, so that particular contract can be either terminated or suspended. Okay, that particular contract may be terminated or suspended. So that particular person who stays in the China, that is a disqualified person by law. Okay, so I hope you have understood what is alien enemy. Okay, I will repeat again. Alien person is a person who is a citizen of foreign country, and if suppose a Indian person, Indian citizen, wants to make a contract with a foreign country person, for example, that foreign country is China, and if there is a war declared between China and India, so that whatever contract the Indian citizen and the China citizen has made, they cannot make the contract because there was a war declared between two countries, and the contract which they have entered before the declaration of war, that contract can be terminated or suspended. Okay, so that the person who is in foreign, that person is called as alien enemy. Now next is insolvent. Now an insolvent person cannot enter into a contract as his property is in officially receiver or official assignee. Now insolvent person is a person who is not in the capacity to repay the loan which he has taken from his friend or which he has taken from bank, and he is not able to pay his creditor. You can call it as a bank corrupt also, means that person is not able to repay the loan which he has taken from a bank, and that particular person is identified by law as insolvent person. So insolvent person cannot enter into a contract, and that particular person is called as disqualified person by law. Next is convict. Now convict means what? A convict is a person who has been found guilty. Okay, if means the person who has found guilty, if he has did some crime, if he has did some murder, so that person is a convict person, and that person cannot enter into a contract because he is under imprisonment, he is under the jail. Okay, a convict is a person who has been found guilty and convicted of an offense. Okay, offense means if he has did some any crime, that particular person. A convict cannot enter into a contract while he is undergoing any imprisonment, means if there is any case against that person, if he is under the jail and is taking his punishment in jail, so that person cannot enter into a contract, and that person is known as disqualified by law. So these are the parties, capacity of parties to Indian Contract Act. Okay, so I hope you have understood the parties who can enter into a contract and parties who cannot enter into a contract. The parties who can enter into a contract are the parties who has qualified, who has the age of majority, who is a person of sound mind, a person who is not disqualified by law. These people can enter into a contract, and the parties or the people who cannot enter into a contract, they are the minor person, a sound unsound person, and the persons of disqualified by law. Okay, I have explained what does the minor means. Second, the types of unsound people, unsound person. Third, the person disqualified by law, means the people who are disqualified by law. So I hope you have understood capacity of party very well, and this is all for the today's session. Thank you. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share the video, and please do not forget to press the bell icon to get the latest notification. Thank you.